Rugby League is back.
Drum roll, please.
You're a true Warriors fan.
I have no recollection of that hot take.
We don't all have to agree.
It's good to be back.
It's just a really boring thing.
Oh, partner.
Start winning some games.
I think there'll be a lot of changes to the team.
I've got them making the 8 for mine.
Let's go.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Advantage Line, TAB's Rugby League Betting Podcast. My name is Carl Tiley, joined in the studio by Paul Mawate. Paul, I tell you what, when you play that intro twice, it's not as fun as playing it once.
No, but it is good fun when you play it and we're recording.
That is correct.
Yep.
Thank you for catching that.
We're on.
We're on. Teddy, welcome, mate. How are we doing on a Tuesday afternoon this week?
Tuesday, I'm rattled. I'm rattled being on a podcast. Teams aren't out. It's doing best we can. Still just fuming about Laurie Daly. Just absolutely livid about the Origin series. You know, I may have been wrong on Nathan Cleary barely being a first grader, but he's certainly no Origin player. That's for sure and certain.
I'll take 30 seconds in.
Let's timestamp that 2 minutes on July 15. We'll timestamp that bad boy so we can find this one.
And someone who might go toe-to-toe with you, he is a massive Cleary fan, a massive Blues fan, a massive Rugby League fan, and just a fan of Fizz in general. One Ben Searle. How are we, Searley?
Mate, that was a great intro, right up there with your best. And I must say, when I saw Nathan Cleary's post last night about how embarrassed he was, how ready he is to go again, I've been never more confident of a 3-0 sweep in 2026, even though they're going to give Laurie Daly the gig, because apparently contracts matter in rugby league. Crazy to think that.
Yep.
We might get to that later, contracts mattering, that sort of stuff. We're going to get straight into it. And I've had one of our producers over the weekend messaged me and said we should talk about this to start the show. So I'm going to. Question to the boys. Are teams overusing the short goal line dropout versus pumping at 50 on the fly? Surely to you first, because you are on the screen.
I think they are overusing it. In particular, teams that don't seem capable of executing it properly. I think if you've already failed on multiple occasions in a game, then give it up, because I think there's a time and place for it, and the circumstances of the game matter massively, but there's also a time and place to just send it long and D your line. Teams are very comfortable defending on their goal line. Everyone says that they love defending close to the line, but if you've failed multiple times throughout the game, I, as a middle forward, would just be telling my 7 to send it, because there's some players that don't have it in their duffel bag.
Care to name names?
I think you know who I'm referencing. We saw multiple on the weekend, and we've seen the same culprits roll multiple throughout the whole season. I will say Tanner Boyd, probably the one blimp on his radar on the weekend.
Teddy will name names.
Well, I will name names, and I will name names for those who do go long. You should never go long. The maths clearly says you should never go long. Doesn't matter how bad you are at it. You know, there's room in here. Teams should be getting more creative. They should be poking more at the sidelines to try and get the ball back that way. They should be trying to do the short little grubber straight ahead. Getting a bit more creative, like some of the good teams are very creative at where they're positioning their retrievers from knockbacks and all that stuff. There's absolutely no way you should go long. You get a 50-50 chance of getting the ball back, worse 60-40, possessions everything in this game. And then you get to defend right on your line rather than having to worry about 40 or 50 metres out, where teams much prefer to attack from than right on the line. You don't get penalised. I'm chips in, not only short on this one, you should be doing short off 20-metre dropouts, you should be doing short off kickoffs every time. You should be doing short every single time. There's absolutely, Joel Kane and I were on this 15 years ago, and we're sticking with this. You should be doing it every single time. Short dropouts. I'm taking full credit for the revolution, or partial credit with Joel Kane for the short kickoff revolution in the NRL, and they should be sticking with it the whole way.
It's come from the great game of rugby union, Teddy. You'd know that. Like, we've loved short kickouts for yonks, mate.
I wouldn't know that because I don't watch rugby union, and we'll get to that very soon.
Breaking news in the line. Nick Tedeschi invented the short dropout. Wowee. What a time to be alive.
Didn't invent the short dropout, just popularised it in all occasions.
And and did it before the rules sort of favoured taking it more.
Yep.
Which
You remember the ball?
Which, look, when Teddy says, you got a 50-50 chance of getting the ball back or 60-40 at worst, no, that's incorrect. If you're shit at taking a short dropout,
Whoa.
then
X-rated.
your chances are 80-20 or 90-10. I get it. Those numbers just don't add up. If you have someone who can consistently put a short drop up and have it land within a 5 meter, 7.5 meter square, and then have the chasers who can come along, knock it back to someone who's just in behind, fine. Go for it every single time. 100%. I think, and I agree with Teddy. Do it from a kickoff as well. But if you don't have someone who can execute that, then you go long and play the safe game, because you are not going to get that ball back if you cannot consistently put it on the dime.
It doesn't matter if you're a 2% chance of getting the ball back. Like there's no maths that suggests that you're better off defending with momentum from 40, 50 metres out than you are from defending 10 metres out with a chance of getting the ball back. Like you've got to try and get the ball back. The ball's everything.
I disagree with that synopsis.
That makes me even more confident I'm correct. Also, you make a valid point. Like, I have no idea why teams don't have a specialist who can do this. This is not a hard skill.
No.
It's not a hard skill to learn. Like, yeah, it's going to take some practice, and it's going to take some. And teams do practice, and the good teams do, and they get the ball back time and time again. Like if you're just handing a ball to a guy because he's a halfback and saying, "Hey, have a crack at this," well, then it's probably not going to work.
Some of the teams now, who's defending and who's attacking the situation. Some of the teams where the ball was getting kicked to them, they're now just setting a line, and the guys are just like volleyball spiking it back. There were a couple of there was an instance in the Warriors game that I think the Warriors hit it back. We went like 30 or 40 metres backwards.
Yeah,
and then you're starting there anyway.
Like teams are better to flood through if they're in the vicinity and you're on defence, you get numbers around the ball and you push through like it's a rugby high ball. How long till we see a line out left?
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds dumb.
No, well, like a two-person lift, like a rugby kickoff, right? If you are kicking consistently to one side and you can get a winger up, like Coates is already massive. Imagine Ali Katoa or someone like that just lifting him.
I don't imagine the short, podgy people who play rugby union can actually jump. But in rugby league, they can jump. So I think they'll just rely on that.
Mate, listen to Wanganui he's going all right, isn't he? Jeepers.
That rugby bloke. In fairness, he probably only got a starting league because he could jump.
Strap in, punters, because this is not going to get any less spicy as we move through the run sheet today. Let it win. Yeah.
Not like you thought it would.
Better than expected.
I think so. Better or worse. Let's try and simmer down for 5.
Simmer.
How did we go punting? Anyone got any stories I want to share?
I can give you a list of the worst beats of all time that all happened in the space of about 3 days. I had the Dolphins plus 6.5. Jerry Marshall King decides not to put the ball down. Toby River does a Superman out to knock the ball out of his hands. That was great. Had Dragons plus 5.5. Victor Radley scores with 2 minutes to go to make it 7. Excellent stuff there. Had the Titans plus 10.5. Jalen DeGroot, instead of just falling on the ground, instead of actually playing Alafiana Khan Pereira like they should have, decides he wants to try and step in the goal and drops it because he's a complete Gumby. Among many, many other bad beats on the weekend. So, yeah, I'm now shaking the hat and begging for change.
Wow.
Responsibly.
Tell you what, the Warriors game, holy liquor punters would have been absolutely up and about.
So
in
happy.
The dying stages of that game. Surely, I imagine you're one of them.
I had that power play, Lecker first, second, or third, CHT anytime. If it was flipped on its head, then it was happy days because I had CHT first, second, or third as a side bet, $6.60. So I'll take that. the old center of attention bet went down with Adam Pompey because he switched edges. If he was on his actual normal edge, that would have hit too, which would have been a juicy day. But yeah, was riding home Liquor as always. Geez, he's a freak, eh? I feel like Charlie Staines has the worst memories of Mount Smart, from getting bumped off in a preseason game by Marcelo Montoya to now just getting absolutely manhandled by a 19-year-old. And he didn't just fend him; he like grabbed him by the back of the jersey and tossed him away. It was ruthless stuff from a bloke who's he's the rookie of the year or close to, right? That is a good debate.
You'd probably consider retirement if a 19-year-old ragdolled you across the field like that, wouldn't you?
That's literally why I've just called time on my rugby career. Yeah.
It shouldn't have been the first time Charlie Staines considered retirement either.
These are not the segues I'm trying to set people up with.
Holy hicka liquor. He got out to $10 live in play to score a try. And a few people got on as well. So they were very, very happy when he dotted down with pretty much time up on the clock. It also put the total over 47.5 as well. So he rewarded overs punters. It also minus 8.5. There was a whole heap of things that came up trumps for Waz punters when Holy Hicker dotted down for that try. So, yeah, he must be a fan favourite.
I'll give you the tip. He certainly is. Give us top line podcast results, Paul.
Oh, okay. Where do we start? We'll start with Blake, seeing as he's not here.
Short, sharp.
Okay, Blake. Best bet, Roosters to score between 31 and 40 points at $4.60. Tick. Addo Carr to score a try, no good. That rugby bloke, first, second, or third try scorer, Tupou to score a try, Roosters over 25.5, no good. All favourites to win, no good. He came up, what was it, $80 for the week, and he's now up $212 for the season.
Didn't you say that was paying $4?
Which one? $4.60.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Is this including of Origin stats as well at the moment, Paul?
Yes. Yep. Origin, everything is included for the season. Yep.
How did we go? Do we have the results of our Origin bets too?
Yeah, we do. Origin, Blake, 0 from 4. So minus 150 for the week. Good. For State of Origin. Surly, I don't think I got any State of Origin bets from Surly.
No, I had Queensland 1 to 12. I had Tommy Dearden man of the match. But the message said sending failed, so we'll talk about it off here. Eh?
Okay, minus 150 for Surly for lying. Last week, his best bet: Titans, Broncos, and the Sharks Dolphins game, both to be won by 1 to 12. Did I get that right? It was a winner.
Yeah. It was.
The rest were no good. Teddy to score a try, no good. Teddy, that rugby guy on the Roosters, no good. Pompey Smith, no good. Up $20 for the week, down 148.79 for the season.
Huge week.
Carl, State of Origin. Queensland plus 8.5. Tick. Hammer to score a try, no good. Queensland plus 8.5, under 42.5 points, and To'o to score a try at 6.98. Good with the same game multi.
Yee-hee.
And scores tied at 20 minutes at $4, no good. Up 119.50 for State of Origin 3. And then for the last round, Farnworth scoring a try was your only winning bet. You are currently down 136.30 for the season.
So basically, my Origin bets covered my losses over the weekend.
Pretty much. Teddy, under 42.5 in State of Origin 3. Ticked. Hammer to score a try, no good. Under 21.5 first half points, Queensland plus 12.5, and Liero to be most tackles in the group. Unfortunately, Liero was not the most tackles in that group. It was.
He was.
I went and checked with the bookies. I went and checked with the bookies.
I'm sending this to you right now.
Isaiah Yeo had the most tackles in that group.
You should speak to the trade. Well, don't speak to the traders. I'd rather not take my cash back, but it's been paid out.
I believe the stats were incorrect at the conclusion of State of Origin 3, so you may have got paid out incorrectly by bookmakers. Just
what a debacle.
I don't do that. I know the correct stats. And Teddy was 0-4 in round 19 of the NRL.
Could have used that same game multi, is what I'm saying.
He is currently down 286.25 for the season. State of Origin 3 for me. Under 42.5, tick. Harry Grant to score a try at $6.60, tick.
Oh, nice.
Under 42.5, Lomax to score a try and a Coates to score a try. No good. And then Stephen Crichton, first, second, or third try scorer, and Angus Crichton to be an anytime try scorer. No good. Up 275 for State of Origin 3. And then I only had one win. My best bet, Roosters and Dogs, both to win at 220. The rest were no good. I was down 40 for the week there, and I'm down 68.50 for the season.
Good luck if you got all of that. Right. We're moving on. Teddy, you still with us? You're frozen on our screen.
He's frozen. There he is. He's back.
Back.
I wasn't frozen. It was just anger at Paul incorrectly settling something for me.
Well, you're about to get a whole lot more angry, Teddy, because we are doing the top 10.
This could be the episode he loses it.
This is top 10 for the week. Top 10 league/other sport crossovers. Who would like to start? I will remind you all, we only get one veto.
Well, you know who I'm saving mine for.
The rest of us, we need to work this strategically. So I might go first. And in a strategic play, it's not even on my list, but I'm going to say Sonny Bill Williams to boxing.
To boxing?
Well, from rugby union to boxing.
From rugby league to boxing.
Don't know if he went rugby league to boxing, did he?
He still crossed over.
Saving veto.
Oh, I want to take it back then. I want to take it back.
Saving.
So you just wasted your veto on yourself, is that correct?
No, we're going to start over. We'll start over. Okay, this week on top 10 rugby league crossovers to other sports. Who wants to go first?
I'd love to go first.
Go on then.
I'd love to go first.
Are yours in this century? Any of them in this century?
This one is this century, and this one actually went on to play for the All Blacks. He was one of the greats, Matt Duffy. Matt Duffy, I believe, played Aussie rules for New Zealand as well. And I don't recognise rugby union as a sport, so this will be the only rugby union mention that I'll make in this list. But Matt Duffy, I've also going to go Joseph Tamani. He was a terrible rugby league player who went on to play about 100 tests for the Wallabies, I think it was, but was so entertainingly bad that I always found it great that he managed to play so many rugby union tests. But got to go Matt Duffy. I just imagine after his mediocre league career, he absolutely thrived in rugby union. So Matt Duffy's my entry.
Veto.
He was one of North Harbour's best, but he did play for Takapuna, so good on you, Carl. Use that.
Yeah, veto. No good.
That's great. I got a lot more where that comes from. Talk about the end, but claims being thrown out.
I'll go. First one, Daniel Vito to WWE.
I would never veto that.
No one vetoes Vito.
That's
Paul?
a great one.
Brad Thorne, who won, I think it was 4 premierships with the Brisbane Broncos, and then went on to win Super Rugby titles with the Crusaders and a World Cup with the All Blacks.
Yeah, probably the GOAT of league to rugby crossovers, right?
And back again.
Yeah.
Back
Twice.
again. Freak.
Sterling?
I have the great man Volk from the Warilla Gorillas to the UFC. What a cross-code switch from him. Huge.
I like that.
I'm going to go topical. Oh, have I cut in front of Paul? Is Paul gone?
No, you're good. You're up.
Bill Shanklin. You're all right, Bill Shanklin. Played for Glebe and Eastern Suburbs. Won 2 Challenge Cup finals of Warrington.
Topical.
Played in every British Open from 1937 to 1955, including a T3 in 1939. Now, that's pretty incredible for a premiership player to go and play in every Open Championship for the better part of 2 decades, and including a T3. So Bill Shankland.
Never heard of this guy.
But I love
Now
that.
my favourite rugby league
love
player,
that.
my favourite golfer, and his name has got the word shank in it. That
Yeah.
is
Massive.
Mr. Shankland. Come on down. What a career. How many Opens did he play? 10, did you say?
18.
Holy. How many Opens have you played, Paul?
None at the moment.
How many New Zealand Opens have you played, Carl?
Oh, thanks for asking. I actually played one a couple of years ago.
Hit a hole in one, would you believe it? I was on the tools for him, mate. I was kidding.
Really saw it go in.
No one else did.
Anyone else?
No.
Forget the league pod. We'll talk about that for an hour.
That's one of the great crossovers right there.
Maybe you could go a little bit into what it's like to reach the highs of hitting a hole in one in the National Open to spending an hour and a half with 3 idiots talking about sporting crossovers.
From event sponsor to hole in one artist, that is one of the great crossovers, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Silly. Thank you. Career achievement. Whose turn is it?
I think it's yours.
Oh, it's mine. I'll save that. One of my favourite rugby league players. I'm going to go Matt Rogers. Great career with the Sharks. Went to rugby union. Came back for the Titans. Big fan of Matt Rogers.
Also went to Survivor.
Did he win it too?
No, I don't think he did.
I think he got voted out like 3rd or 4th because he was too big of a threat, right? He was
good.
always.
He lost to Shane Gould, who some of us might have won a bit of cash on. So.
Yeah. Well, he was. Well, she was a gold medal winning Australian, so.
No, not even close to her greatest achievement. Winning Survivor.
Winning Survivor.
16 to 1 pre-tournament, pre-event.
Punting on Survivor. That is elite.
All right, Paul, you're up.
I'm going to go Michael O'Connor, who I think Teddy mentioned last week or the week before.
Apparently played rugby union, so.
He was part of the 1977 Australian schoolboys rugby team that included Gary and Glenn Eller and Mark Eller, Michael O'Connor, and a Wally Lewis as well. He went on to play a number of times for the Wallabies. Then he switched over. I think he won a premiership with Manly not soon after he switched over. He also played State of Origin for New South Wales and played for the Kangaroos as well, Michael O'Connor.
All right, Surly.
I feel like I have to say Sonny Bill Williams and get Teddy to veto it, but like NRL title, then to
veto, we don't need to say anymore.
Come win a Super Rugby title, a Bledisloe, a Rugby World Cup. He's about to box, and what I know Teddy has been counting down the days to this Gallen Sonny Bill Williams fight. He couldn't be more invested in this one. So yeah, for me, he's just the ultimate dual threat athlete. Great bloke too.
Veto, and this is the whole thing of Sun Tzu, the great Sun Tzu, not really a rugby league man, but really knew his way around war. That your enemy's enemy is your friend. Well, I'll tell you what, I've never loved Paul Gallen more in my life than I have, paying out Sonny Bill Williams for, what was it, stealing money from small businesses. I wasn't quite sure what Gal's rant was. I never really can understand what Gal's on about, but I like the sentiment. To quote the Castle, I like the vibe. I'm in on Gal, so I won't watch the fight, but looking forward to the highlights of seeing Sonny Bill strewn across the canvas.
Is that the most Kiwi versus Aussie thing ever, when the biggest build-up and talking point around the fight has been Gallen charging people for a barbecue, and his counter-punch is that Sonny Bill charges small pages to promote them on Instagram? That is, what a build-up.
It's so bad. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it soon, honestly.
I've seen some of those Sonny Bill reviews of restaurants too.
They're quite good, eh?
They are.
Worth the $2 to $3 grand he's allegedly charging them.
Okay.
You're lost.
That was vetoed.
Should I go again because that got vetoed?
Oh, do you?
I don't know. I'm making it up. But can I throw out one that didn't play in the NRL, but is Jason Robinson, who I used to love using on Rugby 06.
He's a great guy.
Went from Wigan to English rugby and just ripped up. And yeah, I think he was like 99 speed. And if you gave him early ball or made him your goal kicker, and they used to have to go back behind the post, you could do a full field penalty goal attempt, just chip it 5 meters, head scoop it back up, you run the length. It would make you want to throw the controller at the TV screen.
Great player.
On Rugby 06 or in real life?
Both.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, it was the Billy Boston of his day. Of course, Billy Boston was the original who went from Welsh Rugby Union to become one of the great first Rugby League player knighted.
Is that your next player?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to go a bit further back in history than the 60s. So I'm going to go with Michael Cleary. And Michael Cleary was a South try-scoring machine, Manly try-scoring machine, but made his bones as a sprinter, won bronze at the Commonwealth Games in 1962, and then went on to a career commentating Australian wrestling before going into Parliament. So, hell of a career, crossed over a lot of different ways. But Michael Cleary.
Nice.
Never played rugby union either, so respect that.
We've got 8 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up. Where do I go?
Hit him with a Falau. He's already used his veto.
Falau is on the list. He's pretty good. I'll put Falau there. Israel Falau.
I'll go with Lottie Takiri, who also made the jump from rugby league to rugby union and was successful in both.
Anyone got any shout-outs, special mentions?
Kalen Ponga, who's about to become one of the great switchers.
Couple for me, Anthony Mundine, background boxing. Daly Messenger, who pretty much started rugby league in Australia on the back of turning back on rugby union, so nothing but respect there. And just a little odd one, Warren Ryan, the great Wok, for those who remember, the great legendary coach.
Yep.
Went to the Commonwealth Games and finished 7th in shot put. So he gets in there as well. Plenty of others, especially cricketers. Ray Lynn will keep him a little bit. We'll leave it there.
Bam Bam Tuivasa?
Who? Tuivasa?
Bam Bam, yeah.
Yeah, Bam Bam. Roosters development. Now he just
who's the Australian that plays for the Philadelphia Eagles? He was in the Bunnies.
Jordan Mailata.
Jordan Mailata.
Yeah.
I was going to go the other way and go Greg Smith. Supposed Philadelphia Eagle who played for the Newcastle.
This bloke, Greg Smith, gets a mention on this pod every week.
Some people call him an obsession goal. What's it to you?
To be fair, Jordan Mailata should probably be one, right?
The other one, not a great bloke. Jared Hayne, though, going from rugby league to NFL.
I like how of all the people listed, he's the first one to cop the not a great bloke. I think we can cop a few more.
Yeah, okay. Let's move
that
on.
That was incredible, though, to see Jared Hayne, even though he played pre-season, playing for the 49ers pre-season.
Yeah.
As much as I despise him.
Yeah. Okay. Move on. Or have you got any mentions, special mentions?
No, I just wanted to get Teddy's take on Wok and one of the great coaches in NRL, but his decision, I think, in the 87 grand final where he took Ciro and Blocker off early and the Raiders just came back over the top of them.
Yeah, 89. Look, I'm probably 38 years too late on this take, 36 years too late on this take, but probably a wrong decision.
One other one. Brent Todd represented New Zealand in water polo.
Well, Brent Todd might not have made this list, but if we go to the top 10 press conferences of all time,
Yeah,
Brent Todd 100% makes the list.
Right, we better move on.
We are moving on.
Better move on
to the good, the bad, and the ugly for this week. I'm going to start because we kind of touched on part of this at the top of the show. My good is the Walker brothers putting their hand up early for the Titans gig. Big fan. They invented the short dropout, not you, Teddy.
No, they popularised it after John Kane and I. But well done.
I think they should make as much noise as possible between now and the end of the season, or if Des Hasler gets sacked. There's obviously the dangling carrot potentially dangling carrot of Sam Walker at the end of his current contract. Big fan. I think it'll be good to see them. Big fan of their mantra, if you will. Like, you might score 50 on us, but we'll put 52 on you.
Innovation, but also love that the only people who have linked them to the Titans job are the Walker brothers themselves.
Yeah. Are they even coaching at the moment?
No.
Nice.
Doesn't matter.
That's a real Titans hire, though, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, considering their long list of horrific hires and then sacking the one good coach they had, if any club's going to take a risk on the Walker brothers, it may as well be the Titans. They've got nothing to lose.
Yep.
What Queensland Cup side were they coaching prior to
Ipswich.
this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Paul, you're good.
My good. The Baby Wars, the Wah-Wahs, and the Wahs all winning on the same day at Go Media Stadium. Just sensational. It was great to see. Baby Wahs over the, I think it was the Magpies, the Wah-Wahs over the, was it the Parramatta Eels? And of course the Wahs over the Tigers. Just a great night. It would have been a great night to be at Go Media Stadium to witness some fantastic footy and 3 great victories.
Chucking the Jersey flag team as well, and that was my good. 4 from 4.
But their comeback,
Oh,
3
was
tries in
it
the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. I'm sure, Teddy, you can even appreciate that.
Didn't see it. Didn't see enough football on the weekend, so I was.
Catch you on the weekend.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was school holidays, so was spent the day at Luna Park and the aquarium rather than watching rugby league. So, yay for me.
Shout out to Luna Park. Very good.
Yeah, walking straight through the clown mouth.
They'll use that as their next promo reel on an ad one day. Yay for me.
Surly, you're good.
Yeah, my good was Warriors 4 from 4, basically, and Michaela Break tying the NRLW record for tackle breaks in just her second ever game. They win at home in their first home game since 2019. The Cup side 12 straight. Tanner Boyd and Tane just ripping up the Tigers, and our Jersey flag side pulling off the impossible at North Harbour Stadium, getting the win. It's just positivity is back at the club after a tough couple of weeks where people were starting to say we're on a losing streak. We've lost Lukey Met. What's the rest of the season going to look like? Now everyone's saying we're top 4 locked in again. So it's crazy how quickly the narrative changes. But
I never thought that, bro.
What a wild ride.
You were the ultimate doom rider, mate.
Teddy, have you got anything good after Luna Park?
Do I what? I'm loving that there's blood in the water with coaching right now. Oh, I can just taste it. Reports that Adam O'Brien's about to be sacked at the Knights. Des Hasler is going to retire, quote unquote, and then comes out and says he won't be retiring, which means they'll be reselling him very, very soon. It's very exciting. So nothing I love more than this. O'Brien, 100% gone. Hasler, 100% gone. Payton, 100% gone. Few others, maybe Benji, I would say, is a chance of being gone. Seabold, big chance of being gone. I just love it. I've been waiting all year. I don't have the patience I like when they kind of spread themselves out of the year, but they're all going to follow once these dominoes. I'm very, very excited.
Do you know what's the most number of coaches we've lost in one season?
Oh, 5 or 6 maybe. I stand to be correct on that, but I'll have a look at that. Stand by.
Could this be an all-time?
Maybe. I'd like to think so. You always want to better yourself.
Back to the aquarium.
All right, the bad for me, Sonny Bill and Gallon, the build-up. It's so bad. It's so horrific. The best thing I've seen is someone slowed down. They must have had back and forth on Channel 9 over the weekend, and someone slowed it down, and it sounds like they're pissed and drunk in a kitchen at 3 a.m. just going back and forth. But if you actually listen to what they're saying, it's I'm just going to smash you, bro. You're not my bro. I'm not you. Like, come on, man. Someone asked me today, like, does anyone care about this fight? And I'm like, I reckon for like our generation is probably the only generation that would care, given these two players are probably the only two that are relevant, are relevant to us. But I don't think anyone does. Like, leave me
I
out
think
of it.
the only reason I care is because Gallen's at 220 and I reckon he wins. So jump on.
Well, Gallen's tough and Sunnybill's not. Gallen,
Oh.
0 games of rugby union. So I assume Gallen should be about $1. That would probably be ours.
All right. Who's next?
I'll go. The officiating over the weekend, just once again, a number of no tries, yes tries, forward pass. It was. I was getting frustrated with the turn. I had to turn it over at one stage and stop watching. I was getting so frustrated. So
there are some of the same culprits as well. Like normally you put it down like someone like Peter Goff, you just put down absolute incompetence. But that Bulldogs game, and maybe I'm a bit biased here, so happy to go on the board here. But some of the decisions went against the Bulldogs from White Round. He went looking for stuff to penalise, and then showed no consistency. The other way around either. I hate when refs go looking for stuff to penalise, like pulling out a random, didn't put his foot on the ball and play it correctly, and then letting the next 58 instances go through. You're like, I don't have no time for that kind of rubbish.
Paulie, just out of interest, what did you change the channel to? What caught your interest?
No, I can't. I can't. Honeymoon Island.
PG rated podcast.
Honeymoon Island. Wow.
Wow, that is
That's tie-round footy at its best. My bad was watching Nathan Cleary carve up in a 50-minute performance 4 days after he could not do the same in a sky blue jersey. Geez, did it frustrate me. He is an unreal footy player, but yeah, the contrast in the two performances just had me a little more angry than I intended to be watching a Panthers versus Eels game.
Who was cooking dinner on Sunday night?
Oh, no, that was a Kimbo special. I was actually off it. Until he put up that post, I was ready to just axe him for next year completely. But now I'm back on board the Cleary bandwagon, and I think he scored 80-odd for me in Supercoach in a 50-minute stint. Like, that was one of the great holds because everyone else sold. I'm with you, Nath. I'm back. But, geez, that ground my gears.
You are one cheap date. An Instagram post, a decent Supercoach score, and you're back on. Come on.
No, well, it was when he said he was embarrassed. I was like, I can relate to this, Nath. I felt embarrassed for you too, and now I'm back. What a guy. Just needs Ivan at the helm. He needs his dad there just to, lead him in the right direction, get rid of Laurie Daly, put Ivan at the helm.
Say that again out loud. That doesn't sound great. I just need Dad to come with me. You're a grown man.
Well, you didn't have to take it there, Carl. That's Honeymoon Island stuff. We move on from there.
Just out of interest, what'd Kimbo cook for dinner?
Oh, Sunday's normally pretty straight up and down. Chicken wraps, I think it was, but with the crispy chicken mix from Woolworths.
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah. Oh, so good, man.
No, I like to make my own crispy chicken mix.
Yeah. Oh, you've got to. And if you double the mix, so it's the perfect ratio.
Just while we're on food, Teddy, have you tried a corn toasty yet?
I'll never try a cream corn toasty. Ever. Unlike Surly, I don't flip and flop. When I make a decision on something, I stick with it for life. I don't care what evidence presents itself. I back myself into a corner on Rugby Union, Sonny Bill Williams, and corn cream toasties, and nothing's going to change.
Well, that's unfortunate, because I heard the corn cream toasties at Luna Park are just top rated, eh?
Well, who knows, but I know they would have charged about $40 for them.
I reckon if Sonny Bill Williams made his way to Teddy's house with a corn cream toasty and 2 tickets to the rugby and knocked on the door, "Hey mate, you want to come with me?" Teddy, "Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, all right."
Fun. I will take you back on this, so that obviously will never happen. But when I got lured to the TAB New Zealand a long time ago, part of the big selling point was to get me over to New Zealand from Australia, and I was taken to a Lions midweek game when they toured New Zealand, as if this was a selling point to me. Nothing made me almost turn my back on the job more than that. It's like, how is this just selling points? I've never been more bored in my life.
Okay, who's next? Where are we up to?
Me.
Yeah.
Bad. I'll keep it on simple. Des Hasler absolutely should be having his head examined. and hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's just stupidity and nothing worse. But leaving Alafana Campera on the bench for 80 minutes when you are desperately chasing points might be one of the dumbest things of all time. And then you compound that by the fact you've just played Jalen de Groot on the wing for the entire game who can't put the ball down over the line. Please. Des. Should be gone now.
The ugly, the Knights, not because of their terrible play this time, but Adam O'Brien, as you said, Teddy, probably gone very soon. Kalen Ponga about to depart. Turmoil. I'm sure Dylan Brown is very, 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 very looking very hard for an exit clause.
Oh,
I don't think so. You've got $13 million coming
that
line.
time,
I'm pretty sure
No.
he never wanted to go there in the first place, and he's going to
But-
go there and put the money for 10 years. So
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Did they not learn from? Yeah. My ugly?
Yep.
Is Dylan Brown actually in the situation
Oh,
around him?
Shots fired.
he's
well-
very good looking.
Jason Rolls said he can go now, and he said, "Nah, don't want to." So he has no interest whatsoever, in my opinion, in playing for the Knights. He's happy to just go and collect the paycheck. Otherwise, he would have gone out because they're obviously Parramatta have moved on from him, and Rolls is looking to introduce get some structure for next season, and try out a few things with Dylan Brown gone, and the fact that he offered the early release could go now. And then Dylan Brown said, nah. So, well, Dylan Brown is not going to save the Knights next season, or the next, or the next.
the one obvious comparison for me here is Paul Mawadi at TAB New Zealand, who just happily just shows up and collects the cash, being offered an early release many, many, many times, always rejects it.
Too soon, Teddy. That one hurts.
Yeah, he's happy to play 35 minutes a hooker rather than take the early release.
Who's next? Go.
It was me, and mine is the independent doctors taking another set to take blokes off for an HIA after they've clearly been concussed. Like, surely this needs to stop now. I think Sam Verrills was the same.
That Verrills one was a shocker.
Oh, the fact they he made 2 or 3 more tackles, and they
He defended for another set.
Oh, it's crazy, right? And the damage that could be done in that time. If you leave a player up to their own devices, they're going to say they're fine. But if we're going to take them off for HIAs, it should be when we stop the game for 30 seconds because he's down. Don't then let him make 2 or 3 more tackles and add to what could possibly be the damage.
What have they watched? What have they watched in the ensuing 1 minute? More than his eyes rolling into the back of his head after he's gone down it makes zero. And then what else? What kind of grinds me around that as well is that then it stops on the team who's going to lose the player when they've kind of built some momentum up, so then they've got to defend. Just do it straight away.
Yeah.
Bring us home, Ted.
Well, brings home with an absolute shebang.
Shebang.
Laurie Daly was the worst hire. Was a bad hire in the first place. Was absolutely criminal that he was allowed to continue for 5 seasons in the first place. The decision to rehire him should see anyone who did it deported from New South Wales. And the fact they want to give him the gig again is absolutely, honestly, get these people, pelt them with rotten fruit. They're idiots. They are absolute morons. Did they not see? The Blues were 8.5-point favourites in the last 2 games, including one at home. And he's afterwards, I don't know what went wrong. Oh, we're building to something. I would not back him to be able to tie his shoelaces up. That is how little faith I have in that. He should be the last person considered for the job. And I'm talking babies, people with dementia, people who have never seen rugby league. I'm saying Laurie Daly, of the 8 billion people on the planet, should be 8 billionth. That is where he currently sits. That loss, how many series are New South Wales going to willingly give up out of their own ineptitude and stupidity? Just leave me out of it. If Laurie Daly's coaching, I'm going to get a Maroons jersey next year. I'm off New South Wales until Tron and Daly are gone. He's disgraceful.
And
Disgraceful.
We'll timestamp that on Tuesday, July 15 at 4:50 p.m. New Zealand time. I will get a Maroons jersey next year if Laurie Daly is coach. Shebang!
I hear.
Here he is.
I hear Sonny Bill's a chance of coaching them next year.
We're moving on. We're moving on to the grid. I want to do this fast.
Look how
What?
the time that we've already gone.
Well, we can move. We can lose the grid.
No, let's do the grid.
No, I did well. If it's
I've
today,
come
I'd
I agree.
Fast, please.
This
okay.
was horrible.
Fast. Across the top, Eels played 200 games, played for the Dragons. Down the left, Corey Norman teammate, played for the Bunnies. Bo Scott teammate. I will go first. Darcy Lussick 1.12, Clint Gutherson 2.48, Corbin Sims 1.65.
There's the Sims.
It's the one I couldn't get in last week.
Mm.
Surly.
Parramatta, Corey Norman teammate, Paulie, the great man, 0.44 brain. Surely Paulie Moati got that. It's just his first name twice. Played 200 plus career games, Corey Norman teammate, Clint Gutherson, 2.48, and Dragons, Corey Norman teammate, Tristan Saylor, Wizard, 0.32.
Oh, he used to be a favourite of yours? Damn.
Teddy.
Eel, Corey Norman teammate, Luke Kelly, brain, 0.51. 200 plus games, Corey Norman teammate, Corey Parker, 2.67. Dragon, Corey Norman teammate, Super League superstar, Jai Field, Wizard, 0.20.
Brad Takairangi, 1.98. Jared Hayne, 2.37. Corbin Sims, 1.65.
Eels Bunnies, Bo Champion 4.11. 200 games, Bunnies, Cody Walker 3.32. Dragons Bunnies, Tautau Moga 2.35.
I'm done.
Oh. Parramatta Bunnies, Dean Hawkins, Footy Dean, brain, 1.16. 200 plus games, Bunnies, Cody Walker 3.32. And Dragons Bunnies, Lachlan Ilias 1.59.
Eels, South, Orange Hawks legend, Wise Catavarata, Wizard, 0.39.
Who? Sorry?
200 plus, Wise Catavarata, Fijian legend, lives in Orange. Played 200 plus games, South Sydney Rabbitoh, Luke Stewart, Wizard, 1.83. Dragon, Bunny, Andrew Hart, 1.45.
David Kidwell, 5.71. Benji Marshall, 5.36. Isaac Luke, 6.58.
Isaac Luke every time as well, Paulie. I like it.
You're gone. Eels, Bo Scott teammate, Suya Matangi, 1.30. Played 200 games, Bo Scott teammate, Matt Pryor, 2.08. Dragons, Bo Scott teammate, Wendell Saylor, 1.12.
Eels, Bo Scott teammate, Jeremy Lattimore, 2.49. 200 plus games, Bunnies, Junior Polo, 2.47. And Dragons, Bo Scott teammate, Alex McKinnon, brain, 0.45.
Eel, Bo Scott teammate, Bevan French, brain, 0.70. Played 200 plus games, Bo Scott teammate, Jason Riles, brain, 1.36. Dragon, Bo Scott teammate, Richie Williams, Wizard, 0.08.
Deefus.
Okay. Tepai Moiroa, 2.40. Jason Nightingale, 2.26. Wendell Saylor, 1.12.
Did you flood the board with icons, Teddy?
No, had a couple of ticks.
Wow. Just a couple of ticks.
Yeah.
Okay, totals. I had 19.5.
I had 14.7, and I'm going to lose. That is outrageous.
9.2.
Wow.
And was winning when I did it.